Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Curse of Oak Island Preview. Dumis identifies an offset chamber at the garden shaft. There's great excitement this week on the Curse of Oak Island as the team learns of an offset chamber located by the Dumis mining company beside the garden shaft. Also on tonight's show, the team continues exploring the mysterious cavern/void in the money pit area known as Aladdin's Cave, and suspects they've found something of massive importance. As part of their work on the garden shaft, the Dumis mining company is expected to do some probe drilling out from the sides of the shaft as they make their way down. They can drill up to 40 feet outward, searching for secret chambers or anything of interest. Judging from a preview, Roger Fortin from Dumis had some potentially groundbreaking news for the team. He told them, "I tapped into a cavern from the side of the shaft." Marty Lagina asked Roger if it could be an offset chamber, and a beaming Roger shouted, "Yeah, this would be precisely what the guys are hoping for." In the last year, they've become convinced there must be an offset chamber to the side of the garden shaft, which is hopefully full of treasure. Muon tomography survey previously indicated 2 anomalies beside Oak Island's garden shaft. The recent data from the Muon tomography survey indicated that the sensors had picked up 2 anomalies right beside the shaft at 65 feet and 112 feet below the surface. Perhaps Roger and his colleagues have stumbled upon a chamber at one of these depths. In the last episode, we learned that the shaft currently contained 30 feet of water, so the 65-foot option is probably the most likely. It should be noted that neither of these anomalies registered as being very dense, so it's doubtful they'd be rammed with treasure. But there may be something of value there. Hopefully the guys get some answers, if nothing else. Elsewhere on Oak Island, viewers can expect the guys to send yet another camera down a hole to examine Aladdin's Cave. The guys are still trying to determine if this huge cavern lying about 160 feet below the surface is human-made or if humans hid something inside. Oak Island team encounter mysterious feature at Aladdin's Cave. A preview showed the guys getting excited over a linear feature, and surveyor Steve Guptill was overheard stating it could be a hallway or a tunnel. Long-term fans of the show will know that Steve can be a little dramatic at times, so it may be best not to get too excited. But it does all sound promising. It sounds like the Fellowship of the Dig is getting really close to finding some answers, and hopefully some treasure. In the mist-laden dawn of Oak Island, there is an atmosphere thick with anticipation. The weathered team, scarred by years of relentless exploration, gathers around the infamous garden shaft. The shaft, a decaying remnant of the island's enigmatic past, now stands at the edge of revelation. For centuries, treasure hunters, historians, and conspiracy theorists have been drawn to Oak Island like moths to a flame, their imaginations ignited by tales of buried riches and unsolved mysteries. But today feels different. There's a quiet hum of energy, as if the island itself is holding its breath. At the heart of this moment is Laird Dumis, the archaeologist whose sharp instincts have guided the team through Oak Island's maze of buried secrets. With piercing eyes and the demeanor of a man who sees layers beneath the earth that others can only guess at, Dumis stands before the garden shaft with newfound resolve. He's been combing through old maps, poring over historical accounts, and analyzing the subtle hints left behind by previous explorers. And now he believes he's found the key. An offset chamber hidden deep beneath the garden shaft. A chamber that could finally lead to the long-sought-after treasure. The garden shaft, known for its treacherous conditions and historical collapses, has always been an ominous structure, cloaked in decay and mystery. Its weathered beams creak in protest as the team descends, the darkness below seeming to swallow the light from their headlamps. For years, theories about offset chambers have danced on the edge of possibility, like ghostly whispers of hidden rooms and devious traps laid by the original builders to protect whatever lies buried within the island. As the elevator grinds its way down into the depths, Dumis' mind races with the implications. Could this chamber be the fabled money pit, lost to time but now within reach? The original 18th century searchers were convinced that Oak Island's treasure was hidden within a complex system of tunnels, shafts, and booby traps, each more devious than the last. Over 2 centuries of attempts have left behind layers of debris, legends, and despair. Many have lost fortunes and some have even lost their lives. But Dumis is no fool. He knows the island is no place for blind faith. His confidence rests on hard evidence, a convergence of clues that points to this chamber as more than just another dead end. Here it is, Dumis murmurs as the team reaches the depth where he believes the chamber lies. The space is cramped, the air thick with must and anticipation. The beams around them seem to groan in warning, like ancient sentinels disturbed after centuries of silence. Yet, there's something different about this area. The walls, once uniform and nondescript, now show signs of human craftsmanship. Stones have been meticulously placed in a manner that suggests intention, not nature. Dumas' gloved fingers trace along the wall, feeling the subtle indentations that indicate a hidden seam. "There's something behind here," he says, a note of excitement creeping into his voice. The others exchange glances, each of them steeled by years of near discoveries and false hopes, but even they can't hide their growing excitement. Using advanced equipment, they carefully begin to map the area beyond the stone wall. A scan reveals a void, an unmistakable cavity that doesn't belong. It's an offset chamber, strategically positioned away from the main shaft, hidden like a jewel within the earth. The location is brilliant in its deception, nearly impossible to detect without the precise combination of clues Dumis has pieced together. "Whoever built this wanted it to remain hidden," says Dumis, his voice reverberating off the damp walls. The team quickly sets to work, careful to avoid triggering any traps. The silence in the chamber is deafening, broken only by the steady clink of tools and the whispered speculation of what might be found inside. Ancient gold? Jewels? Historical artifacts with untold significance? Or perhaps the infamous parchment that previous explorers claimed to have seen, a fragment of a treasure map written in a long-lost language. The atmosphere thickens as the team removes the last layer of stone. They're no longer simply treasure hunters. They're on the cusp of rewriting history, of validating, or dispelling, the myths that have defined Oak Island for generations. Finally, with a deep groan, the last stone is pried loose, revealing a dark, hollow space beyond. The air that rushes out is ancient, tinged with the dust of forgotten ages. The chamber is small but carefully constructed. Wooden beams, darkened with age, crisscross the ceiling, their intricate design intended to withstand the test of time. In the center of the room, half buried in the earth, is a large stone chest. The team's collective breath catches in their throats. This could be it, the culmination of lifetimes of effort. They move carefully, reverently, as if approaching a sacred relic. As the lid of the chest is pried open, the light from their lamps catches something gleaming within. It's not what they expected. Instead of piles of gold or gemstones, they find meticulously preserved documents, scrolls, maps, and books bound in leather. There's something almost eerie about it, as if these items have been waiting, untouched by time, for someone worthy to discover them. Dumis carefully lifts one of the scrolls, unfurling it with delicate precision. The parchment is brittle, the ink faded but legible. Symbols and codes cover the surface, along with cryptic illustrations of ancient symbols. This is no mere treasure map. It's a record, a key to something larger, a trove of knowledge that could rewrite the history of Oak Island and perhaps reveal secrets lost to time. The team stands in awe, realizing that this discovery could be the beginning of a new chapter, not just for their own journey, but for all who have dared to dream about the island's mysteries. The chamber, offset and hidden with such care, was never about treasure in the conventional sense. It's a vault of knowledge, a repository left behind by those who understood that the greatest riches are not found in gold, but in the secrets that shape history. The island remains shrouded in mystery, but with the discovery of this offset chamber, the veil has been lifted ever so slightly. As Dumis and his team climb back to the surface, they are not burdened with the weight of gold, but with something far more valuable, the knowledge that they are on the trail of something far deeper. A legacy that could change everything we know about Oak Island. The journey is far from over. In fact, it's only just begun.